Good morning and welcome to our spooktacular Halloween episode of Daybreak that's going to have bunches of catitude. I'm your host, Taylor Fife.
And I'm your meownificent host, Delaney Bomas.
This morning we have a bunch of bizarre and exciting faces, some familiar and some not.
That's right, Taylor. We have some resting witch face and another that came straight out of a coffin.
Let's have some skelly fun, Pittsburgh, because here comes Daybreak.
I totally forgot.
Start your morning with us.
Only on Daybreak.
Here's your city and campus news. Pittsburgh police are currently searching for a suspect that was involved in a carjacking on Wednesday evening in Pittsburgh's Southside Flats area. Pittsburgh police reported that an unidentified woman parked her car around the area of Merriman Street and South 21st Street. The woman was then beaten, pistol whipped, and then thrown out of her car. The suspect then fled the scene in the victim's vehicle. Police also reported that the woman walked to a local Giant Eagle for help and then was taken to the hospital. She is currently in critical condition and police are searching for the victim's vehicle. It is described as a dark blue Nissan Versa with a license plate number KMV6629. Police also urge anyone with information about this incident to call 412-323-7800.
Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf signed a bill on Wednesday that protects police, humane officers, and other emergency responders from being sued for removing animals from a person's hot car. The bill states that an officer must first make, quote, a reasonable effort to find the owner before entering a person's car. The bill also states that the officers must leave a note saying, quote, who they are, who they work for, and how the owner can retrieve the dog or cat in order to receive immunity from any legal repercussions.
And finally, if you plan to go trick-or-treating this year with your pet chicken, you may want to reconsider. The Atlanta-based Center for Disease Control says costumed chickens that go out for a night of trick-or-treating run the risk of infecting people with a particular strain of salmonella. Now, this warning may sound like a joke, but it is actually very serious. KDKA reports that since January, at least 92 people in 29 different states have been infected with salmonella after coming into contact with raw chicken products. The CDC also urges people to not kiss or cuddle chickens and to always wash your hands with soap and water.
On Tuesday afternoon, one of our reporters was able to stop by a campus event that featured a Supreme Court case. Daybreak reporter Andrew Brinker has the story.
Mary Beth Tinker from the landmark Supreme Court case Tinker v. Des Moines spoke to school communications students and the Center for Media Innovation on Tuesday.
The free speech event was hosted by the Honors Student Organization and the Point Park chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists. Tinker started off the event with a presentation dedicated to her childhood and the history surrounding Tinker v. Des Moines. In 1969, Tinker wore a black armband to her Iowa high school in protest of the Vietnam War. Her high school administration censored her protest, telling her she could not make a political statement in school. Tinker took the case all the way to the Supreme Court.
Children and teenagers spoke up and said, wait, you say we're all about equality and justice? Let's make it real. That's the power of young people.
She specifically emphasized the influence of young people in democracy and the importance of college students' willingness to stand up against injustice. Tinker additionally discussed gun violence and the role of social media and the debate for free speech.
Tinker's appearance at Point Park comes at a time where free speech on college campuses is a source of controversy. Student media at Point Park University are encouraged to speak their truth. From the Center for Media Innovation for UView, I'm Andrew Brinker.
Coming up after the break, we get this party started with a regional sports update.
And which of our reporters is going to have some great one-liners in his tech news update.
Stay tuned because you'll find all that and more after the break. Cheers, witches!
All right, we're ready.
Oh, no. You are right here.
Just
the win really necessary, guys? We need the win. Okay. Come on, come on.
You go take awful. You. Awful.
Okay, I need someone to make me laugh.
Where's Wyatt? Wyatt's always late, duh.
I'm here. Jealous?
Get out of my way. Stop.
Cool. Okay. And now we're smiling like there's a lot of noise going on. Let's keep the background noise.
3, 2, 1.
Here at the Pioneer sideline.
We covered the real sports.
On another season, the Penguins are just getting started with the regular season this week. Pioneer sideline.
The show that starts your Friday mornings has returned with both familiar and new faces. Daybreak hosts Taylor Fife and Delaney Bomas are bringing you the latest updates in Pittsburgh and Point Park news. We also have a variety of talent on our free segments. Whether it be singing, dancing, or indeed egg smashing. Start your mornings with us at Daybreak on UView at UView Television.
Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Lindsay Carson, sketching in your latest in Pittsburgh sports. The Pittsburgh Steelers had their bye week last week, and it was rumored that running back Le'Veon Bell was going to make his return, but that didn't happen. At this point, no one really knows what's going on with Bell. However, in Bell's absence, running back James Conner has been making waves. According to the Steelers' Twitter, Conner is one of only 5 players in the NFL who has, quote, rushed for at least 100 yards and had 2 touchdowns in 3 of their team's first 6 games of the season, end quote. So fans aren't too worried about whether or not Bell is coming back. The Steelers' next game will be this Sunday, October 28th, against the Cleveland Browns. Bell might have something to say because there are rumors he might be joining us in the studio tonight. Now, transitioning from the field to the ice, the Pittsburgh Penguins played against the Edmonton Oilers on Tuesday, October 23rd. This game was highly anticipated among NHL fans because everyone wanted to see Sidney Crosby face off against Connor McDavid. The first goal of the game was scored by none other than Sidney Crosby, and it was actually his first goal of the season. No one else scored during the first period, making the score 1-0 at the end of the first. The Oilers scored 2 goals early into the second period. They were scored by Leon Draisaitl and Alex Chiasson. The Penguins answered back soon after with a goal by Jamie Oleksiak, and Patrick Hornquist scored his first goal of the season. However, Chiasson scored again, tying the game. Then Hornquist scored again, giving the Penguins the lead with a score of 4-3 at the end of the second period. During the third period, Oilers captain Connor McDavid scored, and then Leon Draisaitl scored again, giving the Oilers the lead. Jamie Oleksiak wasn't going to let the Oilers keep the lead and scored a goal to tie up the game at 5 points each. The game went into overtime, and Sidney Crosby did what Sidney Crosby does and scored a backhanded goal to win the game for the Penguins. If you want to see the Penguins play again, tune in tomorrow night at 10 p.m. to see them face off against the Canucks for their last game of their Canada road trip. And that's the latest in Pittsburgh sports. Let's head over to Johnny Bravo in studio with our timely tech news. Johnny, shouldn't you be combing your hair or something?
Thanks, Doodle Bob. Get back to your scribbles. I'm Johnny Bravo here with your timely tech news. Driverless hover taxis are coming to Singapore. According to the Star, a German aviation firm will be bringing their new prototype, the Volocopter, to Singapore in the second half of 2019 for testing. The Volocopter resembles the design of a helicopter with many of the same functions, including taking off and landing vertically. The catch? The new hover taxi runs entirely on electricity. That's right, the Volocopter is designed specifically for city transport, which means it can carry 2 passengers for around 19 miles without using any gas. The firm noted in a statement that, quote, "It is so quiet that at a flight height of 330 feet, it could not be heard over the typical background noise of a city," end quote. The firm chose Singapore as their test site because of its openness to innovation and the crippling gridlock that dominates Asia. Many major cities in the region struggle with finding new ways to travel efficiently.
For commuters, the volocopter could be the solution they've been waiting for. In other tech news, a photographer recently made a camera lens out of ice. According to the BBC, Matthew Stern traveled to Iceland where he successfully made a camera lens out of nothing but ice. The ice Stern used came from icebergs and took him around 45 minutes to craft a functioning lens out of. Each lens only lasted for around a minute, but the result was some pretty remarkable pictures. That's all I have for tech news. I gotta go return and flex these bad boys. Let's head back over to the couch with Taylor and Delaney.
Thanks, Johnny. Coming up after the break, which of our reporters is going to keep calm and carry a wand with her wicked awesome national news update?
And what NFL hotshot is going to give a killer entertainment wrap-up? All that and more after the break.
I know just the trick. Bippity, boppity, boop! Much better. Guys, Samir Nefsky, and I'm outside of the Benedum Center right now. So in just a few moments, we're going to go inside the Benedum Center to talk to Trevor Dion Nicholas, who plays the genie in Disney's Aladdin. I'm Samir Nefsky giving you the theatrical scoop for the Berg. Hey guys, so I'm now inside the Benedum Center with Trevor Dion Nicholas, who plays the genie in Disney's Aladdin.
Welcome back to Daybreak. This Wicked Witch is giving you the latest national news. On Monday afternoon, a suspicious package was found in Bedford, New York, addressed to liberal philanthropist George Soros. This was the first of a string of mailed explosions sent to several political figures, a left-wing billionaire, and the CNN offices in New York City. The following day, Secret Service personnel conducting a mail screening found a pipe bomb addressed to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. The following day, additional bombs were intercepted intended for former President Barack Obama, California Democratic Representative Maxine Waters, former U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder, and former CIA Director John Brennan. The bomb intended for Holder was found en route to the office of Florida Democratic Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, due to the fact that her office was listed on the return label and the original address printed for Holder was incorrect. The package sent to the New York offices of CNN, a network that Brennan has appeared on before. CNN's bureau in the Time Warner Center was evacuated around 10 a.m. on Wednesday morning, according to CNN. Every package was similar in its makeup, a small manila envelope with 6 American flag stamps and bubble wrap on the inside. Multiple law enforcement sources say that the bombs were constructed from PVC piping using a digital clock connected to a small battery as a trigger device. The devices were filled with pyrotechnic powder and shattered glass to act as shrapnel. While officials have yet to find out who sent these packages, President Trump vowed at a Make America Great Again rally in Mosinee, Wisconsin, to bring the suspect to justice. Moments after, at the Wednesday rally, President Trump noted that the media, quote, also have a responsibility to set a civil tone and to stop the endless hostility and constant negative and oftentimes false attacks and stories. And in international news, the first female president of Ethiopia was elected. Her name is Sahle-Work Zewde, and she's actually been a pretty experienced politician in Ethiopia. She was the first special representative of the African Union and the first UN representative of the African Union. She was the first female to fill both of these positions, and while a position is mostly ceremonial because most of the executive power in Ethiopia goes to the Prime Minister, it is still a big step in Ethiopian politics because this change comes 1 week after the Prime Minister overhauled his executive cabinet. So I think we're seeing some big political changes coming in Ethiopia.
So Sarah, I heard there might be some updates to this story about the bombs. What do you have to say about that?
Yes, there are some updates. When I wrote the story, there were originally 5 packages sent out, and it has now been revealed that there are more. There was a second package sent to Representative Maxine Waters in a California mailing place, which is where they found the package. There was one sent to Robert De Niro, a known liberal actor. He lives in New York. And one sent to former Vice President Joe Biden to his Delaware home. The officials still really don't have any idea who it is, but again, President Trump has vowed that he's going to find the person, and he says that a full FBI investigation has already been launched on the subject. Well, that's all for national news. I gotta hop on my broomstick and fly out of here. Let's head over to a familiar face that hasn't been to Heinz Field in a while. Some Yinzers here might be giving you a hard time, Le'Veon. What do you have to say for yourself?
I mean, I just needed some me time, you know? And if Juju Smith-Schuster would have won the lottery, I would be back on the field right now. Anyways, after announcing her pregnancy last week, Meghan Markle has been showing off her baby bump during her and husband Prince Harry's royal tour of Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, and Tonga. Markle wore this stunning blue floor-length gown to a state dinner in Fiji Tuesday night. According to Entertainment Tonight, the color of the dress is known as Fijian blue and was chosen as a tribute to the host country. From baby bumps to the big screen, Warner Bros. Announced that the Wonder Woman sequel won't premiere until June 5th, 2020. The sequel, entitled Wonder Woman 1984, was originally set to hit the big screen on November 1st, 2019. The film has been in production over the summer, and some mysterious images have been shared on social media by the film's director, Patty Jenkins, and lots of fans are looking forward to the movie's premiere. Finally, Ellen DeGeneres has taken her gift-giving to the next level. On Tuesday's episode of Ellen, she gave her audience members a chance to win big. DeGeneres bought the audience members, Mega Millions lottery tickets. The Mega Millions has hit a record jackpot of $1.6 billion, and that's billions with a B, as DeGeneres pointed out. DeGeneres also comically acknowledged the slim chances of winning, but encourages audience members not to tell anyone if they do win or make any major lifestyle changes. That's all for your entertaining entertainment news. Let's skip on over to the couch with our hosts, who are #SquadGhouls. Delaney and Taylor? Thanks, Kira. Coming up after the break, we have a spoopy Halloween game. I guess we could call it spoopy, so stay tuned. You won't want to miss it.
All right, we're ready.
Oh, no. You are right here.
Is the win really necessary, guys? We need the win. Okay.
You go today. It's awful. You. That's awful.
Okay, I need someone to make me laugh.
Where's Wyatt? Wyatt's always late, duh.
I'm here. Jealous?
Get out of my way.
Stop.
Cool. Okay. And now we're smiling like there's a lot of noise going on. Let's keep the background.
3, 2, 1.
Here at the Pioneer sideline,
We covered the real sports.
On another season, the Penguins are just getting started with the regular season this week.
Pioneer sideline.
Welcome back to Daybreak. Now, in honor of our spooky Halloween episode, we are going to play a Halloween-themed game of Heads Up. So today we have Andrew Brinker and Sarah Yobi on one team, and then we have Lindsay Carson and Kiera Fry on another team. And for those who don't know about the game of Heads Up, so each player has a card that has a Halloween-themed like object or concept on it. They're going to hold it up to their heads. Their other partner is going to try to get them to guess what is on their head. And then we're just going to go back and forth. And then whoever wins
The winning team.
The winning team is going to do a dance battle against their partner
to see who the grand total winner is. So I'm going to keep track, so there will be no cheating.
Right. Okay.
Just saying.
Okay, so let's start with Andrew's team first.
Do you want me to guess first?
Yeah, I'll put the card in my head.
Okay.
Well, that means Andrew's guessing.
Yeah.
If he has the card in his head.
Well, I'm going to put the card on my head.
Okay, you guys can go.
All right, go ahead whenever you're ready. Oh, like someone jumps out and says this at you and
Boo!
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, your team?
All right, I'll go first.
Okay. Okay, the movie with Marnie and she goes to
Halloween Town.
Okay.
I wouldn't have gotten that one.
Sarah's turn.
It's like the Michael Jackson dance, the
Thriller?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a type of candy bar that you would get. There's a left side and a right side, and they like feud. They have like
Twix?
Yes.
Ready, sir? This is where you bury people.
A graveyard?
Sure. It's close enough.
No,
word.
you gotta say the word.
Different word. Like, what's the, like, legit name for it?
I don't know.
You can pass if you want.
Yeah.
You just won't get a point.
I don't want to pass. Well, what's my time limit here?
Like right now.
I mean,
time is up.
So.
Sorry. Time is up. Sorry.
All right, you guys' turn.
I've been robbed.
Okay, so you go through this and you get spooked.
Spooked? A haunted house?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Just throwing the softballs, man. An undead person.
A zombie?
There's a softball.
Okay, I'm going to pause the game for a second. So, since we're talking about Halloween here, what are your plans for this Halloween?
Do you want to go first?
I specifically do not want to go first.
I'll go first. My friends and I'm actually going to be out of town this weekend, which would be like the real going out weekend for Halloween.
weekend.
Yeah,
yes.
Hall weekend. But my friends and I are going to go out on actual Halloween.
Okay.
And we're all dressing as different looks from the God is a Woman music video.
Oh, that'll be so cool.
So my
that'll
friends,
be like really pretty.
She's like painting her face. Like they've got all the purple. It's going to be good.
That'll be cute.
It'll be fun.
Lindsay, what are you guys doing?
My roommates and I are dressing up as our Harry Potter houses, and that's basically all we have planned.
I love group costumes. Yeah. I don't know, like some people think it's so corny, but I don't know. I think it's more fun when you go with all of your friends and dress up together.
I'm actually going home for Halloween, and I'm gonna take my dogs trick-or-treating, because like where I live, they like a lot of people like give out dog treats on Halloween, so yeah.
That is the cutest thing I've ever heard.
That's amazing.
Do your dogs have costumes? Please tell me they have costumes.
The one is being a pumpkin, and I don't know about the other one yet because we couldn't find anything that like fits him.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable. I love it.
So cute.
I love every moment of that. All right, Andrew, you're up.
I'm just gonna go out and steal a bunch of candy from kids.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I mean, I don't really condone that.
Halloween is the news night is on Halloween, so I'm gonna be at news night, and I'm doing the weather, so I'm gonna put the green screen on myself.
Okay, but are you doing anything else like after news night?
Are you gonna like eat me candy?
Homework. I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
That's
exciting.
such a fun Halloween.
It's spooky.
It is very spooky. You're not wrong about that.
Yeah. Well, like Andrew, I also I'm not really into Halloween that much.
Okay.
And I've never really been like that. Like, this is like a fun fact. I am like really, really afraid of people in masks. Like, I have like a fear of that.
Are you afraid of mascots too? Like,
yeah.
Really?
I get terrified.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
It all started when I went to Disney World when I was little.
Oh,
And,
yeah, I heard
I was
a lot of people
terrified
like
as a
that.
child, so I'm terrified now. So Halloween's never really been a big thing for me.
Well, you're dressing up a little bit. You got the ears on.
But I do like candy.
Okay.
So
I mean, maybe you and I can sit and eat candy because I'm going to news night and then probably going to bed at 9 p.m. because I am a grandma. Fun fact. I go to bed at like 9 p.m. every day. So those are my plans.
That's amazing.
All right. Well, let's get back to the game here. So I believe it was your turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing that says boo.
A ghost?
Yes.
Okay. The thing that says boo.
Wait, is it my turn?
I don't remember whose turn it is. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I think.
What does that even say? I don't know what that says.
It's a different word for spooky.
So not spooky, just change one of the letters.
Zesty.
Okay.
Alex Popacek always says this.
Spoopy.
There you go.
We don't even get that point because you guys were doing it.
I'll give it to you. It's okay. That was a hard one.
I like zesty.
The orange thing that you carve.
A pumpkin.
The orange thing. What kind of piles are we getting?
I split them up as evenly as I could.
Well, it doesn't feel like it.
I'm sorry.
He's in one of those horror movies. I think he has a.
One of those. There's
Yeah,
plenty of horror
I
movies.
think it's the doll one. It's a male doll. I don't know
Chucky?
anything about it. Yeah, you got it. I've never seen that movie.
Say, don't you
Fun
love horror
fact,
movies?
kids
I
at
do.
home.
I was gonna say. I was like.
Okay, so the candy that's round and in the
Skittles?
This is
no,
the
the
easiest.
chocolate kind.
M&M.
Yes.
Because the candy
This is
doesn't.
unbelievable.
That was amazing. Oh yeah, go ahead. You're good.
What does that say?
It's the big green guy that gets rebuilt.
Oh.
Frankenstein.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
The monster is not actually called Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
It's Dr. Frankenstein creates the monster.
And what's the monster's name then?
I don't
They just
remember.
call
It's
it
just called the
Monster.
monster.
Is it really just called the monster?
Yeah,
I
like
read
read
that book.
Frankenstein my
That's
senior year.
disrespectful.
It's just
You
the
actually read
monster.
it? Yeah,
Well, I read like half of it.
I feel that. That's a big mood right now. I just know like people get on other people and they're like, that's the monster's name is not Frankenstein. And I'm like, you're really defensive about Frankenstein, but okay.
So his official name is Monster?
I guess.
Such a label.
Right.
That's the
Totally
point.
right.
Unbelievable.
Yes. Okay, your guys.
It's like if somebody named me Human. Like.
Okay.
Well,
anyway. What Sarah is.
Oh, a witch.
I was like,
host.
I know. I was like. What? Oh, it's our turn.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, yours. The song that we were hoping they would play.
Monster Mash.
Okay, this is what little kids do to get candy.
Go trick or treating.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I looked. Hold on. Totally looked.
Sarah, you gotta stop looking.
We're back to the beginning on that one.
Back to the beginning.
Well then, what was this one?
It's a candy bar with peanut butter in it.
Reese's?
No, it's a candy bar with peanut butter in it.
Reese's are candy bars.
They're like candy cups.
They're candy cups.
Candy cups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
The whole reason they're named a candy bar
Are
is
they the
because
mallows?
of the bar
Mallows
form.
or
You're
whatever?
right.
The
No,
coconut
no.
joys? I have
Okay,
no
mallows
idea.
are mallow cups.
You're right. Okay, well, I'm done.
I don't like
No
chocolate.
idea.
Well, you guys went first, so it was right to end on
It
those.
was-
You
it
guys,
was
I guess.
Snickers.
It was Snickers? That is
But I
peanut
had
butter
one
in it?
more.
Snickers does not have peanut butter in it.
It has caramel in it.
I know nothing.
Isn't
And
it
this is
caramel?
why. This is why I'm wrong.
I don't
You know, when you asked me to play
peanut
this
butter
game,
in it.
Yeah, it has
when you asked me to
Well,
play
I
this
like
game, I said I'm gonna be bad at it. And you said no, Andrew, you'll be
I said
fine.
Andrew, it'll be fun.
That's
Unbelievable.
okay.
Okay, it's fine.
Since
So
we've reached the end of the little
Kira.
heads up game.
Kira and Lindsay won. Sorry, guys.
No, that's all right. No problem.
I'm sorry.
So moving on to the dance-off, I guess.
At least I didn't think a Reese's cup was a candy bar. So.
Okay, back off.
It'll be between Kira and Lindsay. So we're going to step off and let them duke it out.
All right.
Skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
The music is so weird.
Like that at all.
Yeah, I can never do a split. Like
I
that's
can't
crazy.
even like I don't know
how
what
to
that
do
was,
that?
but I can't do it. Like whatever that was, can't do it. So props to you guys. Claps all around.
Oh my god.
Do you think we can declare a winner?
I don't know about that. It's really hard.
I think honestly, I think it was a tie. You guys, you coordinated dances and everything. I think it's a tie.
Yeah. All right.
So congratulations, you guys are both our tied winners for the annual Halloween dance. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on and doing that, especially.
Yes.
That's it for Daybreak. Tune in next week for the news you need. I'm your host, Taylor Fife.
And I'm your host, Delaney Bomis, hoping your news is good news.